I'm fascinated by kind of like, so there's the obviously the amazing theater work, there's TV Mindhunter, then there's the film work. And you've been very deliberate, I feel like, whether purposely or not, and kind of filmmakers you've worked with, whether it's, working on The Matrix or with Shyamalan. You've had these nice, like, choice kind of plum, smaller kind of opportunities in film while the theater career is insane. I don't know. Do you feel like you have to fight more for opportunity in film? Like, is there a kind of like a dissonance between your stature in theater and what you want to do in film? And where does that sit with you right now?
When I came out of the closet publicly in 2009, I really thought I was saying goodbye to anything in film and television. I really was like, I guess that'll be the end of that. And I'm okay with that because I'd rather be who I am than hide who I am to be in movies.
Right.
And so everything that's come since then, starting really with like looking on HBO
Sure.
and then the things that you mentioned and really like David Fincher changed my whole career by casting me as Holden in Mindhunter. That was a huge, never could have ever imagined that something like an opportunity like that where I'm playing a straight FBI agent interviewing serial killers that would ever happen. And so, yeah, like everything that has come in film has felt like a fun bonus. I haven't like I've been able to kind of now because of the wave of progress that has happened in since 2009 in regards to um, LGBTQ acceptance and evolution and gay marriage and all of that and the cultural shift. Like I've been able to do film and television in a way that I never anticipated. And you know, I really feel like the film, especially, is a director's medium more than an actor's medium. In that, like when I show up at the theater, I perform the show from start to finish,
Yep.
and there's a real kind of like primal basic kind of like actor audience relationship that happens. And we're in charge of our edit. We're in charge of the
Yeah.
pace.
Once those
It's
lights go up, once the curtain's up, you're in charge of that show. No, there's no one
exact
stepping in.
and I love that. And
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed the TV and film work I've done because I really love working with directors that are like geniuses that are like since it is a director's medium, getting to work with like Fincher or Andrew Haig or Knight or Lana, or Ang Lee was the
Oh,
directed
sure.
that we
Yeah.
ever did, like the like being able to feel safe to play and stretch and try things because I know at the end of the day, these directors are the smartest people in the room, and they're gonna put together something that is in line with their incredibly specific vision. That's been really joyful. And it's funny, like like I looked out my window in the my apartment the other day, and there was a hair and makeup trailer there, and I was like, ooh, because the thing I think of is like
The
early
waiting, the whole,
early mornings, yeah, the waiting,
yeah.
the all of the mishigas that has to happen before the acting on a film set is like the time between action
Yeah.
and cut
Yeah.
is so brief, the actual acting, most of the hours are not acting.
Yeah.
So just as an actor, I feel more used in the theater. But I'm developing some projects with this amazing director, Eitan Fox, and we had a call this morning, and I wrote him a tag. I sent him a voice note actually talking about that makeup trailer thing, and I was like, Eitan, I am ready to fall in love again with making movies, and I'm ready
Right.
to fall in love again with being on a set and release this notion that it has to be that it's an uncomfortable experience as an actor. But even like the thing of people coming up and like just as wet
In
as I
between
am.
each take, just,
Yes,
just,
you can imagine. I can like in theater, I can just secrete Exactly.
You more than
But
anyone.
on
Give
film and
that man
TV,
freedom to secrete as much as he wants.
that's maybe it's just a very basic way. That's why I'm drawn to theater more than film
God.
and television. Because like you're shiny, you have to. And I was like, no, this is what happens when I
Yeah,
act. This
it's part
is
of the
what,
deal.
and then on stage you can get away with that, and
Yeah.
on film they're powdering it away.